This will be a comparison video between the C-Best budget, ultra low budget actually, mini projector and the Wemi mid-range projector. This is the X7AR. We'll first talk about the hardware. You can see the size difference immediately. This one feels like a phone in terms of weight. This one feels more like a pro laptop or even a heavy phone. Both have a nice exterior finish, though the X7AR is much nicer. You do have a mount to put this on your ceiling or a tripod with an adjustable stand, so you can face the ceiling or just adjust it on the wall already attached to your projector. Whereas the mini projector has the same input to attach it to the ceiling or a tripod with the feet. There's no real adjustability here, so you're going to have to put it up on some sort of surface if you want to aim it towards the top of the wall or your projector screen. And for both, you have an open face projector lens, which is what I wished both of them had some sort of protective cover to protect from dust or potential accidents that could scratch the lens. They both do come with lens cleaners. One major difference for the mini projector is that the autofocus is done manually. And while I show you that, I'm going to turn on both. They both do include remotes, so I'm going to power them both on so that you can see how quickly it takes to turn on. And there they go, both of them. The mini projector immediately turns on, so it doesn't have heavy hardware. It works. Think of the mini projector more like a screen, a monitor or a TV. So you're going to have to put your own input into this device, whereas the Wemi X7AR has its own software installed. And going back to the difference in quality, the mini projector has manual focus, so you're going to have to adjust it on the wall. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see. Depending on your distance, you can see it's not as easy, but pretty straightforward and simple to do. You can find the focus here. So what I'm shooting on is my off-white wall. I don't even need to use a screen, which is nice to have in our basement. And the X7AR does have these sensors here. So they have a sensor where you can see if I move, it will detect that and autofocus. They call that, I believe that's keystone. All that matters that you need to know, it does that on its own. It figures out the most ideal angle. So even if it's off angle like this, it will make it square. So I'm going to put it back here. And you'll see it makes my view angle square. And the other thing you can notice immediately is the brightness. Now the distance from the projectors to the wall is about 9 feet. Even if I go back to the furthest point with the mini projector right up against the wall, it's nowhere near the size of the Wemi X7AR, which is great if you're just in a small room and it's just for you and you want something tiny and portable. This is great for that. But if you're doing like a family movie night and you want to show a bigger screen, the X7AR here, I measured it at its largest, is 84 inches, which is much bigger than our 55-inch TV that's right over there. And the other major thing you can see is the brightness. So even in a dimly lit room, you can see that the difference is drastic. So it's kind of light outside. There are lights. Let me turn off the lights. And now you can see the brightness difference on the projectors. Now, you got to keep in mind, it is a budget projector. So it's fair game to say it's nowhere near as bright as the X7AR. The advantage it does have is, again, price. And then now we're going to talk about software. Like I said before, the X7AR has onboard software. So as you can see on the display, let me zoom in here. You've got all the regular stuff and even Google Assistant. So if I hold on to this, Google Assistant is starting. So that's one of the faults I can ask of it, is if I ask for a question, it does take some time. But if I say, hey Google, what's the weather today?
Today in Calgary, it'll be cloudy with a forecasted high of 28 and a low of 14.
So that
right now it's 24 degrees.
It's pretty responsive, and it'll show you everything that you ask of it. And that's a really nice feature to have from a projector. You could also hear the quality of the audio is major. This one is like a really good Bluetooth speaker, whereas the mini projector has kind of a small, tinny, not even an iPhone level quality speaker. I don't want to play anything because I can get copyright striked, but you can imagine it as a nice Bluetooth speaker versus a small, low quality phone speaker in terms of quality. And the other difference, if you go with the budget one, is that you do have to put your own input. What I have installed for our purposes is the Roku device, and that makes it way more usable. Let's see here. I just have to select HDMI on the bottom there. Boom. And now your device has as good quality as a Roku TV. So you got all your apps down there. Let me point it away. And then I'll have this one here. So you have all your apps down here. And you can maybe hear the quality even at 100% volume. You can already hear the sound click quality, and there's no other function. You do have to put your own device, whether that be a laptop, a phone. There's no Bluetooth, so it has to be plugged in. It does come with HDMI cables, though you'll have to get an HDMI conversion to USB-C, or depending whatever device you have. Again, whereas the X7AR, everything is already included on device, so you can select everything from, well, let me see here, which one is my remote? I'm getting confused here. From my main screen over here. The other nice function is that it has a air mouse. So if I hold down on the air mouse and activate it, now you can see it works like a Nintendo Wii controller, if you've ever used that before. And you can just use it wirelessly. Really intuitive. For the price, a really good functioning projector that you would want for a big family. Whereas, again, this is smaller for small rooms for kids, something you want to keep in the room that you don't mind getting damaged because of the price point. It's a really, really, really great value. Just remember to have an additional device to add. And the Roku devices, what's nice about those are they're not too expensive. It's self-powered, so you just connect it to the back here on the HDMI port, and there's a nice USB function that powers the Roku device, so you can get almost anything once that's installed. So factor that into the price of your projector. But all in all, I hope this review was helpful to make a decision on what kind of projector you're looking for your situation. If you like these type of reviews, consider following my channel. Thank you.